Okay, so let me tell you how I got lost on the way home from your house, a route that I should know very, very well, and I got lost and it took me an hour to get home. Okay. Anyway, so you know, like that first road, like leaving your house, that you can, the house that I keep saying looks like Snow White's house. I don't know if you know what I mean. Anyway, you're supposed to turn left. I turned right. I thought it would lead to the QE2. It does not, in fact, lead to the QE2. I had Snicky in the backseat. I was like very focused on keeping the ride smooth and safe and not bumpy for him. It was dusk, the roads were wet, there were lots of deer, so I was focused on the road. I was not looking at the GPS because at a certain point I realized that I was not on the right roads. I just put in the GPS and I was like, whatever, I'll take the back roads home. It'll be fine. Be fine. And then after like 20 minutes of being on that road, I was like, So I finally looked down at my GPS for a second and I realized I had long since lost data. So I don't know why this is bleeding. Sorry about that. That's disgusting. I swear I don't know why. Anyway, so I finally looked down my GPS and I've lost data. Who knows how far back? So there was a car right behind me and I was so far west that there were trees. I was in the woods, so I couldn't pull over. There wasn't like any pullouts near fields or anything, so I just kept driving knowing that eventually I'll reach a spot with data, and I did, like 5 minutes later, thankfully. So I turn left and I'm following the GPS now. And yeah, so I just drove for a while. And I had no idea where I was. I was just kind of hoping that Google Maps would like me, because sometimes it takes me on the wildest routes. I was just like hoping it was in a good mood. Eventually I like drove over Dixon Dam. So that tells you how far in the exact wrong direction I was. Like for a while before I noticed the GPS was wrong, I was seeing signs for Caroline, and that was when I realized like I was in the wrong place. So yeah, I drove past Oklahoma Hall at one point, and then the roads were fine, and then it led me to gravel roads, and those were muddy and slippery and gross, and they were covered in puddles, and I had like going 30 for a lot of it, which is why it wasn't that far actually to get home. Like I've driven gravel roads from Innisfail to Olds frequently. It's not that long, but going 30, it's long. It takes forever, obviously, because it's supposed to go 80. Anyways, I digress. So I'm like going 30 and I kept fishtailing because of how slippery the roads were. Like the paved roads were fine, the highways were fine. These gravel roads that were awful. Anyway, I don't know about dogs, but I know with the bird, whenever there's like some kind of stressful situation going on, they can kind of sense it. Not to mention cars are very uncertain. So I was talking to Snicky the whole time, making sure he was fine. He was fine. He was wasn't stressed out as far as I could tell. Just delightful. You should know he's a delight. Anyway, so yeah, I did eventually reach home. An hour later. I've already been home for about an hour, actually. I just needed to, like, decompress. I'm still wearing my coat, but I just needed to, like, chill out a bit after I got home from that. That is my wildest getting lost story yet, I hope you know. I've never gotten, like, freaking in the middle of the woods when I actually live in the prairies lost. Please pray for me. I can't afford Bible school, let alone therapy. Anyway, Snicky's fine. I'm fine. I don't know.